Much love to the Abrons Arts Center, Loudmouth BK, and Every Deja Vu Records for sponsoring this very special live episode of Real Notes. The Abrons Arts Center is a home for contemporary interdisciplinary arts in Manhattan's Lower East Side that believes that easy access to the arts is essential to a free and healthy society. Loudmouth BK is a streetwear and record shop located in Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn that specializes in rap shows and events across the spectrum. And Every Deja Vu Records is an independent record label based in Boston, Massachusetts that's released projects from Japan, Blue, Sachi, and others spanning hip-hop, indie rock, R&B, and more. Real Notes is proud to be sponsored by these three companies for its second live episode. Make sure to tap in with all three on your social media of choice and visit their websites, abronsartscenter.org, shoploudmouth.com, and everydejavu.com. That's Abrons Arts Center with an S at the end of arts, just so y'all know. But peace to them, and peace to Jalapeno Chicken Dip. Let's tap in. What's good, y'all? My name is Dylan Green, and this is Real Notes, a space dedicated to blurring the cultural and artistic lines between rap and film. I'm here to chop it up with everyone from rappers and producers to journalists and video directors about their relationship to movies and how, if at all, film inspires their craft. My guest this week is California rapper and producer Maxo, live from the Abrons Arts Center in Manhattan. We spoke about Being John Malkovitch, Three Ninjas, Steel, White Guilt movies, why Tubi is the best streaming service, the process behind a handful of his music videos, whether he experiences fear while making music, and the creative process behind Lil Big Man, Even God Has a Sense of Humor, and Debbie's Son. Come fuck with us.
You're recording now. Fire. Okay. But yeah, so Real Notes is a thing I've been doing for about 2.5 years, coming up on 3. And thank you to Abrons, thank you to Ali and the whole team and everyone so much for having us here. And thank you to Sam and at Loudmouth and to Ryan and Every Deja Vu who couldn't be here tonight, but thank y'all for being here with us to talk to this guy over here.
Appreciations.
Man, this is a special guy over here, man. He's been through a crazy creative journey over the course of the last 5-ish years since he dropped Lil Big Man over on Def Jam back in 2018.
They tried to kill me.
He's still here, son. He's still here, bro. And you put out, it's been a couple years where you put out not one but 2 projects. You got Even God Has a Sense of Humor and Debbie's Son.
That part.
And, putting out videos. He's on tour right now. He's playing in Brooklyn tomorrow.
That part. I'll see everybody here.
Please.
For real.
Come out and fuck with us. But California producer, rapper, lots of other things. Poet, young yucker.
Human being. Hey, low key, he's just found out the definition for a young yucker.
Yeah.
By our friend in the corner.
Yeah.
It means like somebody that kind of puts down a food that you like.
Or anything.
Or anything. I ain't gonna put it on blast if I don't like it, but I was kind of a young yucker in this scenario.
I will. It's Van Leeuwen's mac and cheese vanilla ice cream. This is Maxo, everybody. Clap it up for Maxo. Bro, thank you so much for being here.
Man, thank you for having me, bro. I'm far away from home, just talking my shit in different areas, man. Happy to be alive, for real.
And you and me both. And it's just like, I'm just so excited to go through a bit of this journey with you and just bring some truth to power about all the stuff you've been making.
Before we start, thank you for being so passionate about what I put into the world. Because, that gave me a reason to do it for real. That shit is actually crazy. I appreciate it, bro. It's rock for real. On some real shit, though.
Nah, man. It's all got to start somewhere. We all feed into each other with all this shit. And I just this shit saved my life. I'm just here to give back. And thank you for the passion, bro. You casted yourself 3 times for an album cover. I can't think of nobody else who's never done no shit like that. So
thank you, bro, for real.
It's my pleasure. I'm just happy to be doing this with you, honestly. And to kind of kick this off, I ask you the first question I ask everybody who comes here, which is, what was the last movie or TV show you watched that you had a strong opinion about?
Becoming John Malkovitch or
Being John Malkovitch?
John Malkovitch. That's my shit. Yeah, I fuck with bro. That movie kind of like, that was an intriguing movie to how they like, I don't know, just went inside his brain. That was the last movie that caught me. And then like, In Her Skin, you seen that?
Yeah, actually.
Yeah, those two. As of recent times.
Was that your first time seeing John Malkovich?
Yeah, fully through, but In Her Skin, yeah. But fully through John Malkovich, I've seen probably the first 15 minutes, but I actually said I watched it through.
Yeah.
I don't know, I fuck with that movie. That movie is actually beautiful. They like go inside that nigga mind.
Yeah.
And they like really like, I don't know. It reminds me of just, I don't know, maybe people I know, myself a little. I fuck with that movie though, heavy. Right.
Yeah, that shit tough. I saw it. It must have been like a decade ago when I first saw it, but to this day, it might have like the saddest ending of any movie I've ever seen in my life.
Hold on, how does it end?
So you remember, what's his name? John Cusack. He does the marionette stuff, and he tries to get back into Malkovich's brain, and then all the old people who were trying. Anybody here seen John Malkovich, Being John Malkovich before?
You seen it?
Yeah,
that was crazy.
It should be bugged, but like it ends with the guy getting into John Malkovich's, or he tries to get into John Malkovich's brain, but it's just like it's just collective of like 70 and 80-year-old people who like
They be in his office, but it's like this office that leads to like entering his life, and then it just becomes like some weird. It's just something you gotta watch.
Yeah, and then like they're in there, and like they're in there for 15 minutes, and they just wind up on the Jersey Turnpike. It's crazy shit, but like somebody
like falling out the sky, like on some random shit. For real, like exiting his mind, but falling out of the sky into just a random part in the road, and then just being like, what happened? I don't know. Real Matrix shit.
Yeah, for real. And someone winds up in. He tries to get into John Malkovich's head, but he gets into the head of this like young girl who's the daughter of his ex-girlfriend and her new wife. So like, bro is stuck in this kid's head, and he can't get like something happened to the point where he just can't get out, and he's just trapped inside the girl's mind and can't control her at all. So he's just like a passenger inside someone else's body for the rest of his life. And I can't think of anything more terrifying than that. It's horrifying to me. Just like having just like passively existing in a world that you can't like. I don't know. That's scary to me. That's pretty scary.
What do you feel like was a movie that you've seen recently that intrigued you?
Shit. I'm trying to think. Oh, so another crazy bugged out shit. I saw Dream Scenario with Nick Cage 2 days ago. So he's this like college professor, and he just starts showing up in people's dreams. Like there's no explanation for why or how.
Nicolas Cage in your dream?
Yeah, and he looks like a like old white man vulture with the bald spot on his head and shit. Like he's just in people. Like he's not doing nothing. He's just in your dream. Just like you'll be like there's like one person who is like they're like on top of a piano and like alligators are trying to eat him. And he's just like in a door off to the side, just like staring, and it's just like, why are you here?
Low-key, any movie with Nicolas Cage is just hard to watch.
Why?
Because I think it's just like, why is he like that? Like, why is bro like that? He just be playing different type of characters. And then I've seen this one crazy picture where he was just walking around in like the heat and all leather, and his girl was just in all leather. And it was fly, but it was like he was just Ghost Rider.
He's like, it's crazy because like he's a meme, and he like knows he's a meme, and like Dream Scenario fucked me up because he was just like, he did, I was reading some interview he did where he was like, I get that I'm a meme, it weirds me out, but I'm gonna devote all my time on screen to just like, not combating it, but like trying to find myself in that. And he said that Dream Scenario was the closest, because someone becomes a meme, like everyone in the world he just becomes famous overnight.
That's the scenario to the movie.
Right, yeah. Yeah, no, he's like literally on everybody's mind. So like people come into his lectures, he's trying to like write a book. And he's like a boring and like not interesting dude. And then like he's just in people's heads. And like he starts out doing nothing at first. And then eventually he just starts getting a little full of himself. And then he starts killing people in their dreams. Like he starts to like get more aggressive and starts like fighting people. And like there's like a couple people like, oh, like he strangled me. It's a bunch of other stuff. But like he didn't do any of this in real life. They don't explain nothing. So it's just everyone takes it at face value.
So it's just a movie about his subconscious, like what he's doing, and it's like what the fuck?
I don't know, bro. Like because like.
But that's what I mean. Like why is that? What is that nigga doing? Like what type of shit is that, bro?
Because like, part of it's kind of. This is my opinion, but part of it felt like it was kind of based on like how his actions were in the real world. Because he's like the most like dull motherfucker you've ever met in your life, and he just does nothing in the dreams, and then he starts like acting like wild, and then he starts acting wild in people's dreams. They never like explicitly say that's why, and like I said, they don't explain how he pops in. He's just there, and I appreciated that they just like let people just take that, as opposed to like explaining it.
Overpainting the picture.
Right. And then at the end it just turned into this whole screed about like wellness and cancel culture, and I was like, okay, y'all lost me here. It just got a little.
See, that's the problem with things nowadays. Is like they be trying to loop around into a certain narrative when it's like why are y'all making a movie that wraps around to this?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like certain things could end better if they wasn't trying to be politically correct. Could just end more realer.
Right. And you know, like not even just that. It's just like trying to shoehorn a point in when it could have just been like, oh, he's just in people's heads and people deal with that. It would have been nice to just see that just like expand, and then and then like the ending was real sad. I don't want to.
Sometimes American movies just paint they're too obvious, like they leave no type of anything to the imagination.
Yeah.
I don't know.
See, that was the thing, because like I thought the movie led in like the first 70% had more faith in its audience, and then it took a whole other direction, and I was like, okay, like Nick Cage is still great in it, and everybody like it looks great, and like they do dream logic in a way where it's like everyone in their dreams, like there's like one dude who like runs weird. It's like if it was just that, it would have been fine. But then you could just tell that bro who wrote it had one terrible conversation at dinner with some acquaintance he's never met. He's like, nah, she's talking right. It's like, you gotta stop. Like, please keep this away from me.
He got too ahead of himself.
Yeah, but you know, like that was. I've been thinking about that a lot, because it's been a while since I've seen something that I was like, oh, this is gonna be one of the coolest things I've seen all year. And then it was like, all right, that was cool. Could have been better. It just didn't stick the landing for me personally.
It's a lot of things like that. I think that like sound more exciting than they actually are. Mm-hmm. And then you pull up and it's like, damn, this is what I pulled up for. Like, I felt like that about I seen Oppenheimer, whatever that movie called. About the bomb.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I was just like, bro, what is this about? Like, I mean, like, in an interesting way, it gave me a like insight to like, okay, this nigga was with Einstein, this the same time frame. Really just talking about white history. And it's like, to be honest, I fuck with that, because it's like, I like to know about everything. So that just talking about, you know, just like what was going on, how the bombs was made, how all this shit was, and and just mainly like how like I don't want to make it about something, but like how it's just like I don't know, so not weed because not anything related to my blood, but just been manipulating people into like doing something for them, and then just exiling them. Like that kind of. I was like, damn, they even did that with the brother that did this,
Right.
And that dude is like he, like fit all the bars to be able to like be incorporated in whatever the fuck is going on, and he still got pushed to the side, and it was just like, damn, that made me kind of, I don't know, just how the pimp and the whole culture been just from day one, for real.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah, like that is, cause the movie was fine. I thought it was cool. I had a lot of the same issues you did. And I thought about this a lot. I also just saw Killers of the Flower Moon like 2 weeks ago.
My folks went to see that. I wasn't trying to see that.
I took the bullet on it, and like for me, like between that and Oppenheimer, I'm so burnt out on like I'm white, I did a bad thing, watch me be sad about it for 3 hours movies. Like that's basically what they both are. And like these, like you said, like it's history. It's important that people know about this stuff. It's important that we know, like, that we have the map. But I don't need to see these white people feel sorry for themselves on camera like this, bro.
Yeah.
Like, just go, like, like Lily Gladstone plays the First Nations lady in the movie. That movie could have been about her. It could have been told from her perspective. Either that or just like, go, Scorsese, go donate some money or some shit. I don't know. Like, just like, do something like,
Scorsese ain't Scorsese. Nah, shout out Margaret.
Yeah.
Shout out Scorsese.
That's the man.
That's like classics. I'm on some shit these days where it's like, I'm in such a non-judgmental space to where it's like, I don't even care. Like, I can really recognize that like somebody is gangbanging because daddy was gangbanging and all they know is crippin' or all they know is blood. And then I can also acknowledge that may be the same thing when you teach your kids how to be racist. So it's like, I'm not really even on that. Like, I don't want to make it anything, even though it's so much about color, it's just like, bruh, I'm past that narrative. What's the next, like, thing deeper than that?
Yeah.
Like, for real, like, we know these white filmmakers is racist. We know everybody racist already.
Yeah, exactly.
I walk in the store, I feel weird.
That's
but
what
it's
I'm
like
saying.
I'm still going in the store to get what I need.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like, shout out everybody creating from like a piece of their mind, for real.
Yeah.
To be honest. But I wish people would get, more morally aligned so we could all function better in this world. But to be honest, it ain't never been like that. And that's what Oppenheimer showed.
That shit is real, bro. Yeah. This shit's a circle, son. That's all it is. But yeah, I'm saying how many more reminders do I need that this shit's a circle? How many more
We
reminders
don't
do you
need no more. We don't need no more.
Exactly.
We don't need no more.
But I will say, Leo DiCaprio, really nice Southern accent.
Bruh!
Nice Oklahoma accent. They were in Oklahoma. Nice Oklahoma
I'm
accent.
not gonna hear no Leonardo DiCaprio slander over here. Fuck with bro, I think it was in Inception. I don't.
So, let's run it all the way back for you in terms of movies and shit. What was the first movie experience you can remember having? It could be in the theater, it could be at your cousin's house. First thing that comes to mind for you.
Probably Three Ninjas and then Shaq Steel. You remember when Shaq was a superhero?
Yeah.
Yeah, those two movies. Probably like that Martin Luther King movie with the cartoon.
Our friend Martin?
Yeah. That shit got hella sad.
Yeah.
Shit, what else? Men in Black. Jones, Terminator 2. I remember my uncle used to play football, right? So we would go to Virginia, like over the summers, and we would kick it at his house. Like, nigga had a lot of money and shit. And he had a movie theater in his crib, right? And I would go in there. I would still be at my mama brother's house, so I'm still doing everything I shouldn't be doing. But he had a movie room, right? And I used to go in there and get all the movies and play them shits on the movies. That shit was like heaven, bro. So I just seeing all this shit I wasn't supposed to see on top of just like all the old shit. All like just random shit, like. So I don't know, I feel like and just even just at the crib, just like whatever's playing in the background, like, I don't know, man. There's so many things that did influence, like, you feel me growing up, I think. So where I hop out the movie chick, I hop out the theater and I think I got superpowers, or I wanna be what I seen. I don't know, I feel like maybe movies was the first place I felt like I could dream, like, this is creating, like, this is a whole nother reality, like, man, somebody made this, even before realizing somebody took this out of their brain and made this, I was just like, man, this is making me feel otherworldly. So, I always just had an appreciation for, like, so many films. But I would say off the rip, the most potent one is like Three Ninjas, Terminator 2, Indiana Jones. Like, all that shit, bro. For real.
See, of all of those, I'm sorry you didn't mention it, but I gotta ask about Steel.
No, we talked about the same thing.
Yeah, no, the Shaq movie,
yeah,
right? Yeah. The only reason I asked is because I watched it. It was like right when they made like HBO Max and shit. It was like the first 3 things I watched were Princess Mononoke, Steel, and whatever the third one was. But the Steel's the important one. Shaq was on some shit, man.
I was on some shit, man. People don't realize Shaq took it to new levels. Like, he was ahead of his time.
Yeah.
He was ahead of his time. He was acting. He was a Supergirl. Hockey before Will Smith.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no, because Hancock came like damn near 15 years after that shit.
On some real shit.
Yeah. The fucking the Steel outfit looked terrible, but like. Cause it really did just look like.
That's a movie I wish wasn't so slept on, because I just feel like that nigga was so cool in that though.
Yeah.
Like, he was just so cool in that. I feel like so many niggas just didn't see that. And so many people should have seen it. I feel like I was one of the little black kids that actually seen that shit. And it definitely made me feel higher for myself, bro. For real. On some real shit. Like, seeing a nigga as just like a superhero, but like a cool nigga. Also, this is a nigga like that plays basketball and is on the screen. I'm like, damn, this is crazy.
And he raps and shit. We were talking about that earlier. Yeah.
I had that on cassette, like all the You Can't Stop the Rain on cassette, like, oh God, bro. Oh God, that was a classic. He was on there with Biggie. Them niggas went flat.
Yeah.
For real.
And he kind of came close to Big a little bit, just on that one song.
I wouldn't say that. But you said that.
Yeah, we got it on tape. It's cool.
Yeah.
I'll fight whoever about it. Who's
My uncle got a problem with that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, what you just said, you gonna swallow?
Not today, bro. Not today. But before I forget, you ever hear John Cena's album? Because that shit went like super platinum. Yeah,
I did. Because I was a WWE nigga, but I didn't hear that album. I heard his intro song though.
Nah, he got Bumpy Knuckles on it.
What you mean?
Like on the whole, like he's on at least like half the album. Like him and like dudes from Onyx.
Oh, he got real niggas on that.
Oh yeah, nah.
He got actual Bumpy Knuckles.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, not like not.
I didn't hear that. I didn't hear none of that. I just heard his intro, and then I was like, He's cool for like a white dude that's almost black.
Yeah.
I fuck with John Cena though.
Yeah, I love John Cena. He's great.
John Cena was cool as fuck.
Yeah.
Then his shorts started getting higher. It's just crazy. Like he's still doing this shit though.
Yeah, no, he shows up to see Make-A-Wish kids like in the shorts.
John Cena is the shit. Right?
He's the man, bro.
We gonna support John Cena. 100%.
He was in the Marine. You ever seen the Marine?
Nah. I ain't seen that.
So they made like 80 of these movies, but the first one like it was just like he was being hunted by the government, and his whole thing is like he's just like the Marine, like they can't catch him, and like they send people after him, and like they just collapse all of them. They just go, and he's just the Marine.
And he just body everybody.
Yeah, literally. Like that's the movie. Like you ever seen the Punisher movie?
Yes.
It's literally that, but he's John Cena and he's a Marine. And without John Travolta as a mob boss. It's that, but he's a Marine. And he doesn't talk, I don't think. He might have like one or two lines on some like well no, the transporter talk, but like
the transporter did talk, but I didn't see that. John Cena movie. I don't think I'll see that.
You don't have it.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna come across that unless it's like on Tubi and I'm just like on that last selection.
Yeah.
If I see John Cena on Tubi, I'm looking.
What was the last crazy thing you saw on Tubi?
Plug Love. Hey, look. Hey, Plug Love was crazy because it was like the plug fucked this nigga girl and whatever, and then they was like downstairs, and then the dude found out that the plug was over the crib, and it just got to be like a horror film, honestly. But it was just like it was very Tubi like, but that shit was a classic though. Plug Love, like it's so in depth that you really gotta watch that shit. It's a Tubi classic, like they got that shit on there.
You're not the first person to tell me about Plug Love. Like the name popped in me. It's
I'm already knowing it's circulating. Like I can't be the only one. Son, I can't be the only.
Before we move on, the last movie I saw on Tubi was I think I talked about it like 3 or 4 times on this shit, but I'm gonna say it again. So it's called A Day in the Life, and it's got to be like about an hour and 30 minute rap opera, written by son from Onyx. Why am I blanking on his name right now? Which one? Sticky Fingers. So Sticky Fingers wrote and directed a rap opera. Like literally every line of dialogue is rap. Every single one. For real. So he's a plug. He's the plug. The whole family and mob drama. Michael K. Williams is in it. Like it's the craziest shit I've ever seen.
Michael K. Williams is Omar, right?
Yeah, it's Omar the Watch. Yeah. Son, it's like somebody told it was Wi-Fi. Shout out to Wi-Fi guy if he's listening or whatever.
Shout out, bro.
Yeah, he put me onto that shit because he be on Tubi something crazy, and he was like, "Go watch this," and I didn't. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life.
I
haven't laughed that hard in I can't remember the last time I laughed. Like it's just like it's an experience. You ever see Carmen the Hip Hop, bro?
Carmen? Nah, I haven't seen that.
So there's somebody else made a rap version of Carmen, the opera.
Oh wow!
And Beyonce's in it.
Oh no, I know what you're talking about. I've definitely seen pictures of this.
It's her first movie ever.
Yeah, I've seen.
Most definitely in it.
What?
Most definitely in it.
Yeah, Mos Def's in it. Mekhi Phifer's in it.
Wow.
It's horrible, but it's worth a watch.
Early classic, kind of like early classic.
Yeah,
that just because Beyonce in it.
Yeah, and it's her first Beyonce movie ever. I think it might have been a BET original. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Go find it. it might think it's funny. It's on Tubi. Go find it.
I'm on that. I didn't see it. I didn't see that. I don't think I seen that on Tubi, bro. I'll be on that shit. I'll be watching. Because I feel like, personally, like, we can infiltrate Tubi with real movies that, like, are actually good, but also we have to follow less guidelines. And I feel like I'll be on that shit, so I ain't seen that. I'm gonna look up.
Find it, yeah. They're trying to like get more like directors to come and like make it. They're trying to turn Tubi into like
That's a slept on platform,
Yeah.
especially for niggas that's just trying to make some shit.
Yeah. No, I'm fucking with it. They also got all the like the cool old cartoons, like the Oblongs is on there.
I seen this movie called Young Bloods on there. It was about just like early LA shit. Just like, yeah, you gotta watch this shit. It's really good though. More serious.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I'm gonna find that if not later than like tomorrow or some shit.
Keep that shit. They got a nigga on the cover with a fro. Big old fro.
I'm gonna find it. So like as you get older and start moving through life and having more experiences, like you remember like was there a movie for you that kind of made you fall in love with like not like the art of movies, but just like something that really connected with you in like a spiritual or like artistic or creative way that was more just like a capital M movie? Like what was the first capital M movie you ever saw that like really hit you there?
That's a good question, bro.
You can say Steel if you want.
Nah, I don't really feel like that. Damn. Like, that's so hard to recollect. Like, the first one that hit me,
The first one you remember, it doesn't have to be like the exact like
I missed that, but then it's like my movies, shit I be watching is always attached to like shit that was going on around me. Like when I say Three Ninjas, I have two brothers. You know,
Right.
so it's like, of course you watching that. Just like shit like that, probably like Indiana Jones. Like to be honest, all like this shit that was very not real.
Mm-hmm.
I can't even think of specific though. Like my movies early, like I just saw random shit. Like I was in the background for a lot of shit, like watching shit I shouldn't have been. Like it was just like this little shit like that was really good, but I shouldn't have seen like Mystic River. Like this little shit to where I
Who was
was
watching Mystic River when you were around?
like my granny, like people were like, I gotta see this. Like
That sounds right. Yeah.
just little shit that was like very, it wasn't for me, but I seen it. I don't know, like what stuff, what movie wise. I'm gonna say Three Ninjas just because I was watching that with my brothers, and that was kind of like how I felt, especially with my older brother.
Which of the three ninjas would you be?
Which of the Three Ninjas would I be? Probably the middle son. Probably the middle child, the little middle child. But I don't know, all of that, we're just like very distinct, and that movie was just so fluent. They had a train, it was kind of like Ninja Turtles.
Mm-hmm.
Like now I think about it. But I don't know, there's so many movies that didn't hit at an early age. Even like shit that was attached to like soundtracks or like, I don't know, shit I would relate to a song. I don't know, man, everything we kind of just like,
Yeah.
can't remember, nigga, and it took so much information, so much shit. I don't know, man. Like I had a PSP.
Hey.
I was watching hella shit on that. Like, I also was on the brink of technology, like, to where we just started looking at different shit. Like, I don't know, man. As far as just YouTube, like, I remember when I had my first MySpace. This shit I would just see on YouTube or just like shit my brothers would show me. Yeah, bro. Type of shit.
Yeah. I think you were talking. The thing about Mystic River brought me back to when my folks had a copy of Scorsese's Gangs of New York.
Nah, look, I want to come clean. It was Men in Black because my brother did the Patrice Rushen song, but he did it on his like it was like a talent show, and he performed that shit and he choked up on stage.
Damn.
And I remember seeing that shit. And that definitely is like that's a childhood movie for sure. Like we was in the movies and like nigga really went up there and sang that shit and like got scared. Interesting.
How far did the song even get?
That nigga made it through, but he was just like, he was young. He was little kids, 2 years, 3 years older than me, so he was little babies, like 5th grade type shit.
You know, because I can't remember what year Men in Black was, but like that, it was like mid to late 90s, but I can't remember the exact year.
It was one before Will Smith was wild and before he was leaking out of his pores like I'm hurt.
Way before he was leaking out his pores, like he would, he held that inside.
Rest in peace, Will Smith.
Stop. He's still here. He's I don't know where he is. He's not here, but he's here.
That nigga in the gulag, bro. He's not doing well, man. Praying for Will.
He should have waited to write that book, but he should have waited to write the book. But let's do the same thing with music. When did music become capital M music for you, or like when do you first remember kind of taking it in as like not so much a passive thing, but it became like.
When I heard Lauryn Hill and I was scared, like this shit is scary. Her music scary as shit. Like I felt like something was coming over me, like it was a nightmare. But it was like not in a negative way, but I was just like, this shit is so like even before I could comprehend, I was like, damn, this shit is heavy. I'm scared listening to this. I feel like something's gonna get me. On some real shit though, like listening to that in the back seat, I just remember like being like, damn, this is like maybe it was just so real. It was just like this shit is scary. Like how even to how the sonic sound before I knew. And then that mixed with like what I was hearing on the radio. Like I remember my brother bought one CD, the Battle Wow shit. We had like the final shit.
That's the album Let Me Hold You on it, right?
Yeah.
That was my shit too.
It was us. When I was 8, I was running in our backyard. I forgot what song that was. But they was stopping on that. We had that. My earliest introduction to music, I feel like I was on some funny shit. It was probably pulling up. It was everything around music, so it was probably pulling up like before school with my pops, and we would like. I would always want to like shoot the ball around. Like I would always want to like get my hoop in before I had to go to school. So we would pull up like 6 a.m. We would listen to this where I'm from Los Angeles, so it's Power 106. Biggie, this dude, radio host used to do these prank calls and shit, and just everything associated with the radio and like for real, just hearing that before I go out and step out with my pops right before school starts, like I don't know, that was always just like I would always look forward to that. And that always started with rolling to school early enough so we could hear that shit. You know, hear all the good songs before they start playing the bullshit.
Right. Radio at that time was kind of wild, and I only been to LA one time, but every time New York radio and New Jersey radio is like iconic in its own way, but like I think about stuff like I remember the first time I heard Doggy Style. and like hearing the radio station shit they did there, and like stuff like that, and like De La Soul's Dead, Little Brothers The Listening, like there's like something special about like that era of rap radio to me. It's like it just like caught me.
I hear that. I feel like I got into that after I knew about the mainstream shit. And it's just
Same here, yeah. Me too.
like real talk, niggas grew up on LimeWire.
Yeah.
So you know, it's like.
How many computers you ruined on?
Bruh, I remember at least two, at least one crash for sure. And then I fucked up at least 2 or 3 computers just going on my laptop, on my brother's shit. I remember the desktop. Yeah, no, but I hear you though. Like, I don't know, all that shit means something, bro.
Yeah. And you know, like before we start to move on to like you making music and how you know, just like that journey there. Like, was there like growing up? I mean, you mentioned it before with the soundtracks and shit, but like, was there a specific moment you can remember where you kind of realized that like film and music are 2 things that can like connect with one another, like consciously?
Probably from day one, I learned very visually. You know, like I would be in the music videos, 106 in Park. You know, like so it all was a thing that happened at once. But I don't know, like I always related to just artists that could paint the picture in a simple way without saying a lot of words. Because I ain't always been the most like wordy thinking. So, but like people's videos used to be so extravagant back in the day. So
Yeah.
it was just always like paint a full picture, you know.
Yeah, so many. Like the two that come to mind for me right now, the Fat Man Scoop video for I can't remember the name of the song. It's the All the Chicken Heads Be Quiet. What's the song? I can't
Big
remember.
Evans?
Which one?
Big Evans?
Yes,
Yeah.
there we go. Yeah, so like that video and Jeezy and Akon Soul Survivor video.
Yeah, facts.
My sister and I, Joe in the front there, we used to watch that shit all the time.
Facts.
That shit was on BET Now like 5 times a day. And Destiny's Child's Cater to You with them like in the clouds and shit.
That was a time, bro. I would say for me, like now, think about it, like nigga definitely remember when I first seen like Rick Ross jump off that bridge and speeding. When he jumped off that bridge, like I still remember seeing that for the first time. Like videos were premiered, you know.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That was like that was like gather around the TV type shit. Yeah. That shit man, what a time.
I fuck with that.
I miss that shit so much. I mean, like, you know, YouTube kind of still, it's not the same, but
YouTube good shit. It feels the lane great. You just gotta like know what you're looking for.
yeah, right. And you know, like that's, and like, I'm actually happy we're here right now because, like, you know, starting out, I mean, like, your music has always been like super diaristic, and like you said, you're just you've always been someone who's real good at just communicating exactly like what you need to say without, you know, you don't go over people's heads for no reason. And like, I love stuff like that, but I like it when people are like direct in front and just like forward. Like, you're like a little poetic with it here and there, you know. But I love how direct your music is, and I feel like it translates so well to your videos that I wanted to kind of touch on a few of them like super duper briefly since we don't have a ton of time.
Well, definitely.
But the first one, speaking of time, the first one that comes to mind for me is fucking Time.
Yeah.
Like, the intro song off of Lil Big Man. It's like, what was the vision behind that? Because like, I just think of like you like on that spinning platform in that living room, and like you in the car. Like, walk me through that real quick.
To be honest, bro, that's just me filming a video at my mom's crib, and she's just in the kitchen doing what she's doing, and the homie set up like people I really been out here, Devlin, all the homies, Godfrey, Amir, like they came to LA and think of the inspiration because it was so in the present time. You feel me? Like my inspiration always is derived from like what was kind of in that video. You feel me? So like we didn't really have to stretch far for that. Like as far as like a vision for it, I was just like, I know I want it to look like this, but I need my mine trying to be in it. Like I need my brothers in it, my grandma, my cousin. Like that was an inspiration for real. Even to this day, bro. Like it all just derives from like where I come from.
Right. And like that's like to me, like that's one of the things that really connected you with Lil Big Man the way it did. Like that album, like it feels like a family photo album, like put to wax. Like it's so homey and so like it's like sipping soup that like your sister made you.
I mean, because everything, like even from the pictures to all of that, is like that was you know, like real. Like my mom took that pictures, right?
Yeah.
Like all of that shit, everything, like it's like all the videos, all that shit is like it's coming from that. So I don't know. I honestly, like one day, I just went and I just asked my people, because I know we had a book full of pictures, multiple books, and I just went through them motherfuckers, and I was just like, and then honestly, as I went through them, now I'm recalling as I'm talking to you about it, like it was hella emotional because I was just like, that was the first time I went through just everything, like it just, I don't know, it just kind of like put time into perspective for me. It just like life and all the shit, and I feel like I think that's like real tears behind that shit. You feel me? Yeah. It's like behind just going in to like pull something up. You know, like it's very real. Like, yeah, for real.
And then you look at something like the video for What For and 48, where it's just like you on the corner, just like in the shirt, and then you start to disappear. And
mind you, that shirt is of my mother and my little brother on an ID picture that I told them to paint. It's from an ID picture that my mama took at the YMCA and just had my little brother in the picture. So like that's on the t-shirt. But carry on.
Nah, you're good, bro. Like, yeah, like before we move on to these last few questions, like what was what was the vision behind, like, A, why did you decide to like bring those two songs together and make that one video? And just like, yeah, I've always been so curious about like the idea behind that one, because I still think about like it's so haunting, and then you just like disappear and the shirt flies off. It's crazy.
That video was meant to resemble like me being in a space. The first half, me being in a space where I'm not seen, or like I'm seen through, and like I'm not necessarily relative to what's around me. Like, and then the second part was intended to make it feel like I was around my feeling. So it was kind of like two different sides of the spectrum. But then it's like you start creating something, and then it teaches you what it's about. Right. That's one thing I like about this shit, to where it's like I be learning about so much shit just by thinking I know what I'm doing, but then it's like, damn, this shit actually telling me some whole other shit.
Right.
Sometimes in like a crazy way.
Yeah, and now I'm happy you brought that up, because even God Has a Sense of Humor came, like maybe like 4 or 5 years after Lil Big Man, and you trudge, like you go down like a really crazy musical path that's like not just defined by like beats in the way that the other one was. And and then on Debbie's Son, you're
niggas think beats make me. That's what niggas think out here.
No. I'm fucking with you. It's just like to me, these two albums are so brave, because you didn't just make Lil Big Man 2 again, which you could have done. like you really, you can tell you really believe in this stuff. And you know, like I guess I was just curious, like, was there any fear behind you being like, I'm going in this direction? Like, was there ever a period of time where you like on just like learning things about yourself? Did you ever second guess yourself doing this, or were you just like,
Hell yeah. I second guess myself all the time today. Every day. I have to move forward with this shit that I started. That's kind of like the hardest part, but it's the easiest part. It's kind of like a weird thing. Like you know where you're going because you feel it, but then it's like, really don't. Really trust me blind faith. Like, yeah, I honestly forgot what you even said. Like as far as question wise, the last part, not even be disrespectful.
No. Were you afraid to put these two projects out, considering the direction they went in wasn't like?
That's what I was gonna say. Before I made music, I didn't understand the natural progression, right? But now I'm doing this, and it's like I don't give a fuck what progression. Like nobody should be able to predict where I'm going to go with this, because it's like that's my goal, bro. It's like I'm here to embrace the complexities of a human, of a black man, for real. Yeah. And it's like, I want to be able to go everywhere, because like, I'm really, like, it's everything. It's so much noise up here. So it's like, I can't even guess my trajectory with this shit. One day, I'm just like, damn, I have like a bunch of songs like this. And then next thing you know, I have a bunch more songs like this, and then next thing you know, I have an album that I have to really like categorize or like arrange. Yeah. But it's like, bruh, I don't ever want to get to the point where I can guess where I'm going with this, bruh. I honestly delete all rules.
Good for you.
Delete all rules to just be able to like go like cross boundaries. I want to know the rules, but I don't want to like abide by it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like language, like I want to know how to speak to people, but we not necessarily speaking the same language. Mm-hmm. Like it's just like the music, it's just arts in general. I don't want to ever predict this shit.
Yeah. Being able to surprise yourself even after 5 years, you know, or 10, or even tomorrow, you know, is like we can't always say that about ourselves, and it's cool to see you really lean into that, because like that was the thing I took away from hearing both these projects. It's just like, oh, he doesn't care. The only thing that, I mean, like obviously you care if people give a shit, but like you care, you know, like as long as you're happy.
But essentially, it's like I have to delete all expectations outside of myself in order to just keep doing it. Yeah, like I honestly don't care, bro. Like I do, but it's like I can't, cause then it's gonna change what I do.
Right.
Like it's weird, bro. Like doing this shit, I just feel like that's the frustrating part. Like I just have to like almost block out so many noises and voices and this and doing, and just like where people think I should go, and then people taking me for where I'm at, where it's like, bruh, in real time, like, y'all understand, like, where I come from with this, where it's just like a space where none of this matters, bro. I'm literally trying to stay alive. Yeah. Like, I'm not even pressed on what a nigga think. Like, I'm doing this because I feel terrible. So it's like, my root, I don't care about none of this, bro. And it's like, as I get into these spaces and whatever they make them seem like, it's just like, what is this? Like, I don't even know how to explain it. Like, what is all this, bruh? Like, we sitting here, I was sitting here talking on the side of the street. Right. You feel me? Like, I would be doing this even if I was in the subway getting paid $10. Like, I don't know. Like, it's like all of this shit that surrounds this shit. It's like, can we get back to the root, bruh? I just want to do what matters, and it's like, I don't know, just trying to like make what I do matter.
Yeah.
Like for real, like
It matters because it matters because you made it. Type shit, you know? And like you're figuring it out like everybody else.
yeah. So it's like, bruh, I don't know, man. I love the arts, but like lately, sometimes I be thinking about like just looking elsewhere for like my replenishment, how I water myself. You know? But it's like I'm gonna do this regardless, but it's like, no, it's what I'm like. Sometimes I question what I'm doing for the grand scheme of things. Like I'm just like, I don't want to come out on the short side of the stick where I just gave everything and not happening.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Go to Andre 3000 round and make some clothes.
Play a flute.
Yeah.
Nah, bro. I'll make a movie before I do that.
Hard. Okay, so now I gotta ask, last question. If your life was a movie, Max, what would it be about?
It would be about, alright, it would be about a little boy, right? He's deaf, right? Can't hear it all, he's born deaf. And it's like he's going through a lot of things in the home where it's like it strikes fear, but he can't necessarily hear it, so he don't really know how to pinpoint it. But then he gets to like a point in his life where he gets like a grant, some free money from the government, you know, niggas from the hood, and to get a hearing aid, right? And then he goes to play music without having a reference prior to, and then he ends up creating something that nobody ever heard. That would be my move.
That's hardcore.
Yeah, that would be my move.
I want to see it right now. Like, you like, well, I haven't seen a trailer, no screenplay, nothing.
Shit. 2020. I don't know, man. That's just in my brain. That's what my movie will be about, though.
I'm with that.
Yeah.
I'm with that. Please give it up for Maxo.
I appreciate y'all.
Thank y'all so much for coming. Thank you to Word, thank you to Alex, thank you to Agent, thank you to Lockdown, thank you to everybody.
Appreciate you.
Come fuck with us, please. But what do you think? Well,
Thanks for listening. Shout out to y'all for making it this far. And shout out to all the black people listening too, because y'all really impeccable. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and tell a friend to come through next time. 1.